Today, we've got several fresh developments on the Galaxy S26 Ultra, some exciting, some honestly confusing. Samsung seems to be polishing certain areas while leaving others untouched, which feels a bit strange. And yes, the S25 Ultra is still sitting on massive discounts that Samsung just won't stop pushing. But the S26 Ultra is gearing up for real changes, no question about it. But before everyone gets too hyped, we need to clear up a few big concerns surrounding this phone. A new report has dropped something major, and to be honest, it doesn't sound good for anyone planning to buy the S26 Ultra. Ice Universe has been talking again, yet this year the leaks are all over the place. Nothing seems to line up. Throughout this whole leak cycle, I've stayed firm on three core specs: the 5000 mAh battery, the 60-watt wire charging, and that 3x 10 megapixel sensor sized 1/3 9/4 inches. And I stand by them because every reliable hint so far keeps pointing to those exact details. No increase, no surprises, just consistency. Some sources earlier tried to push the idea of a 5200 mAh battery for the S26 Ultra, but it's become clear for months that Samsung isn't touching the battery size. The 60-watt charging upgrade seems locked in, though the leaks didn't explain the wireless charging pump. Going from 15 watts to 25 watts is no small deal, finally something meaningful. Now, about that 3x 10 megapixel sensor, this one still blows my mind. If ICE is right, it would be a ridiculous downgrade, and honestly, I can't imagine Samsung even considering that. It's one of those leaks that just doesn't sit right, but ICE seems confident in his information, and that's what makes the whole thing confusing. Luckily, there's another source giving a very different angle on the same sensor. According to him, the S26 Ultra isn't getting a downgrade, but a new telephoto sensor design. And that could mean the change isn't bad at all. It might actually be a noticeable upgrade depending on how Samsung executes it. For context, the rumor compared the S25 lineup first. The S25 base and S25 Plus reportedly used the 3x S5K 3K1 sensor with the 1/3 9/4 inch size at 10 megapixels. Meanwhile, the Ultra uses Sony's IMX754 at 1/3 5.2 inches, also 10 megapixels. So the Ultra was already ahead with a slightly larger sensor. Now, the new leak says the S26 Ultra could shift to Samsung's S5K 3LD sensor. K stands for compact telephoto or ultra-wide class, while L represents large sensor series. And here's the interesting part. No L-series sensor has ever been as tiny as 1/3 9/4 inches. That detail alone makes the downgrade claim questionable. People also brought up the S5K 2LD, a 12 megapixel dual pixel sensor at 1.176 inches, but that's not the one being referenced here. The supposed evidence for the S26 Ultra is just the S5K 3LD string found inside the test firmware. And that's it. No size confirmation, nothing visual, just a text identifier. If Samsung does use the S5K 3LD, a 1/3 2-inch or even a 1/3 5-inch sensor would fit perfectly into the existing camera space. It would keep the slim camera layout, maintain quality, and possibly deliver more detail, maybe even a 12 megapixel mode or advanced binning. This kind of tech has been used in premium hardware before, not cheap optics. So this opens the door to something very different from the downgrade people were scared of. Instead, the S26 Ultra might actually gain an upgrade in the 3x telephoto department, and honestly, that's far more believable than Samsung stepping backward on one of their most important lenses. Now, let's talk about the S Pen, because this has been another area full of confusion. Fans who want Bluetooth S Pen functionality still aren't getting any solid confirmation. Not a single leak has guaranteed that feature for the S26 Ultra. Even my internal source says the Bluetooth option isn't coming. Back to the cameras, there were leaks going back and forth about the S26 Ultra setup. Some hinted at weaker hardware, while others defended the improvements. But that one rumor about the 3x sensor downgrade caused the biggest panic. Even ICE supported the claim, which only made the debate louder. That's why this new source's detailed breakdown matters. It challenges the size assumption completely and paints a different picture. If the sensor is actually from the L series, it simply cannot be as small as what ICE mentioned. The new explanation feels far more technically consistent. Now, let's shift gears to something lighter: launch timing. Earlier this year, Samsung brought back the Plus model after the S25 Edge sales didn't hit expectations, and because of that, many people speculated Samsung might delay the entire S26 lineup, but my own internal source said something different. And now the new confirmations prove it. Samsung isn't delaying anything. In fact, we have a direct date. According to my inside source, the official Galaxy S26 Ultra launch is set for 21 January 2026, which is actually a day earlier than the S25 Ultra's release window. No pushback, no extra waiting. Samsung is staying on schedule. So if you've made it this far into the breakdown, you already know exactly where things stand with the S26 Ultra. What's real, what's noise, and what's still developing. Hit that like button and subscribe to Tech Torch for more updates. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.